Happy Thursday, everybody. It's August the 13th, and these are some of the headlines on bizarrebus.com. Pentagon launches new task force to investigate UFO sightings. Wife arrested after husband kills himself over their lack of having sex. Employees told to wear masks during Zoom calls, even when home alone. Chinese city says chicken wings from Brazil test positive. Ancient genomes suggest woolly rhinos went extinct due to climate change. All of these headlines and more at bizarrebus.com. Dude, it's Bizarre Best Headlines, 100% unfiltered. The Pentagon is forming a new task force to investigate UFOs that have been observed by U.S. military aircraft. A defense secretary deputy named David Norquist will help oversee the task force, which is expected to be officially unveiled in the next few days. Dude. Previous efforts to look into what the Pentagon dubs UFO phenomenon were led by the U.S. Navy, as many of the documented encounters involved their aircraft. The Department of Defense did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Members of Congress and Pentagon officials have long expressed concerns about the appearance of UFOs that have flown over U.S. military bases, posing risk to military jets. There is no consensus on their origin, with some believing that they may be drones potentially operated by earthly adversaries seeking to gather intelligence rather than extraterrestrials, so they could be from our planet or not from our planet. And they definitely need to look into that whole drone issue flying over nuclear facilities that I did a story on a couple of weeks ago about. Members of Congress and Pentagon officials have long expressed concerns about the appearance of UFOs. The Senate Intelligence Committee voted in June to have the Pentagon and intelligence community provide a public analysis of the encounters following the official Pentagon release of 3 short videos, which I've done stories on. We have things flying over our military bases and places where we are conducting military exercises, and we don't know what it is, and it isn't ours. That's entirely concerning. Dude, why don't you know what it is? You've got tech. I guess that's what this task force is for. The chairman of that committee, Marco Rubio, told local Miami News, "We don't know what it is, and it isn't ours, so that's a legitimate question to ask." Frankly, if it's something from outside this planet, that might actually be better than the fact that we've seen some sort of technological leap on behalf of the Chinese or Russians or some other adversary, he added. The videos released by the Pentagon appear to show unidentified flying objects rapidly moving while recorded by infrared cameras. So they are real, dude. That's what you're seeing in that video is real. They're admitting it. 2 of the videos contain service members reacting in awe at how quickly the objects are moving. One voice speculates that it could be a drone. I find that hard to believe, but maybe. The president called the footage a hell of a video and told Reuters he wonders if it's real. In May, CNN obtained hazard reports detailing encounters between U.S. Navy aircraft and UFOs from the Navy Safety Center. The unknown aircraft appears to be small in size, approximately the size of a suitcase, and silver in color, one report describing an incident from 2014. The report describes the observed phenomena as unmanned aerial systems, or UASs. The Navy videos were first released between December 2017 and March 2018 to the Thurs Academy of Arts and Sciences, a company co-founded by former Blink-182 musician Tom DeLonge that says it studies information about unidentified aerial phenomena. The Pentagon had previously studied recordings of aerial encounters with unknown objects as part of a since-shuttered classified program that was launched at the behest of former Senator Harry Reid of Nevada. The program was launched in 2007 and ended in 2012, but it never really ended. The former head of the program told CNN in 2017 that he personally believes there's a very compelling evidence that we may not be alone. They said in other stories that never ended. That program never ended, even though they defunded it. So in the next couple of days, we're going to hear about this committee that's going to start studying this aerial phenomena. So I might get my wish yet on UFO and alien. Maybe they're just gonna let us know what's going on. Maybe it could be from here, it could be from outer space. Who knows, dude? Until then, I will link it at bizarrebus.com. A woman has apparently been arrested after her husband reportedly took his own life when she refused to have sex with him. The grieving widow faces charges in India following a criminal complaint by the man's mother. Greta Palmer is accused of abetment to suicide following her husband's death. Police arrested her even though she wasn't present when her husband passed away. Her mother-in-law blames the 32-year-old for the tragedy, and she was arrested by police as a result, says Times of India reports. In a criminal complaint, the dude's mom claimed that the couple did not sleep together during their 22-month marriage, so he kills himself. Get the freak out of here, dude. This, she claims, caused her son mental stress and led to his death. She probably poisoned him. Mrs. Palmer, I'm saying the mom probably did. Mrs. Palmer wrote, "Once I had gone inside my son's room and found that he and my daughter-in-law were sleeping in different beds. So what? Mind your own business, dude." When I asked my son about this, he told me that they did not have relations, as his wife had taken a vow that she would not sleep with her husband. Maybe there was something up with dude. Mrs. Palmer, 55, claimed that this caused him mental stress and led to the couple arguing a lot shortly before his death on July 27th. Greta had left railway worker, the mom, and gone back to live with the wife left the husband and gone back to live with her parents, as reported. He took his own life while the rest of his family were attending a funeral. Bad timing, dude. The matter is now being investigated. Okay. I mean, first of all, if your wife isn't sleeping with you, there's a reason for that. I don't think it's probably a situation where you need to kill yourself. But, maybe they're custom calls for some crazy shit. Who knows, right? I mean, it is in India. I don't know their customs. But I do know that definitely their customs are different than ours. And I don't know that it caused for him to kill himself. Maybe he was that stressed. But I don't know if you can really arrest her for making him kill himself. That's his choice. But again, it's not in America, so who knows how that story will end, but I'm going to link it at bizarrebus.com. Department of Natural Resources tells employees to wear masks during Zoom call even when they are home alone. Who the F would even do? I'm putting on like some crazy Halloween mask, dude, during my Zoom call. If you're going to tell me what to do in my own house. I'm ordering it special off Amazon. That shit's going to freak you the hell out. You'll have to deal with it through the entire Zoom. The head of the Department of Natural Resources is telling employees to wear face masks on teleconferences even when they're not around others and at no risk of spreading the pestilence. Natural Resources Secretary reminded employees in July in an email on the 31st that Governor Tony Evers' mask order was going into effect the next day, and that means every DNR employee must wear a mask while in a DNR facility, noted Cole, an appointee of the Democratic governor. Also, wear your mask even if you're at home to participate in a virtual meeting that involves being seen, such as on Zoom or other video conferencing platform by DNR staff, Cole told his employees, set the safety example, which shows you as a DNR public service employee care about safety and health and the health of others. Dude, we call you types an overachiever, and I would basically tell you to fuck off, pretty much, even though I'm pro-mask. I ain't having it. You ain't telling me what to do ever. I make up my own mind to do shit. The governor's mask order requires people to wear masks when they are indoors other than in private residences. So this guy's a true overachieving asshat. From a medical perspective, masks need to be worn at home only in a limited situation, such as to protect people if someone's living with them has COVID. No shit, Sherlock. Beyond that, there's no reason to routinely wear a mask in your home if the risk isn't there. I would love it if they fired me for that. I would sue the shit out of the DNR. I'd sue the hell out of them. Safdar said wearing a mask on a Zoom call may be a way to show support for the idea, but in general, I would tie mask use to transmission risk, and that doesn't seem to be a good reason to wear it. I agree. GOP Representative Joe Sanfilippo of New Berlin said he believed in general most people should wear masks when they're in public, but the DNR's position that employees should wear them for teleconferences is ridiculous. Thank you. Because it is ridiculous. I'm more inclined to support things that actually do help as opposed to just putting on an appearance of helping. That's because it's all fake bullshit coming from that side of the team and that side of the fence, and you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, there's a ton more to this story. I could go on reading for an hour, but what's the point? It's all bullshit. But I will link it at bizarrebus.com. Hey, y'all. I just wanted to take a moment and show you the new Bizarrebus mask I got. It's freaking awesome. It's a polyester shell on the outside, 100% cotton on the inside, so nice and soft. Made in the USA. That was important. We had to make that happen. And goes on super easy. Doesn't pull your ears. And I'm doing this with glasses on, so you can see. Doesn't pull your ears. Full coverage. Good stuff. Anyway, these are, you can get them in black, gray, white, red, and they're $12.99. It's got our logo on the front. If you feel like you'd like to support us, this is one good way to do it. You can go to bizarrebus.com, and on the right top of the page, you'll see the mask. And we would so appreciate your support. At the same store, you can get a t-shirt if you want. Anyway, thanks so much. I appreciate you guys. A sample of frozen chicken wings imported from Brazil is tested positive for the pestilence in the southern Chinese city of Shenzhen, authorities said Tuesday, the latest in a series of reports of contaminated imported food products. So now I gotta look at all the shit we buy. If it comes from Brazil, it's gonna be a problem. Dude, because now that's got me freaked out. Come on! It never ends. Oh my goodness. The coronavirus was detected Wednesday on a surface sample taken from a batch of chicken wings during screening of imported frozen food in Longang district of China. The municipal government said in a statement officials did not name the brand because you're an asshole. Why would you not name the brand? Dude! Health authorities, including the WHO and the U.S. Center for Disease Control, says the possibility of catching the virus through food is low. I don't give a shit what either of those organizations say. The WHO is full of it, and the CDC can't make a decent test kit. Fuck out of here. Shenzhen health authorities immediately traced and tested people who might have come into contact with the product and all results came back negative. All related products in stock have been sealed off and tested negative. Authorities are now tracing related products from the same brand that have already been sold and have disinfected the area where the contaminated chicken wings were stored. The Brazilian Association of Animal Protein said in a statement that it is analyzing the incident and reiterated that there's no scientific evidence that meat transmits the virus. So you just don't give a fuck? Willy-nilly out here, just doesn't even care. Dude, it'll cook out. Oh, we're taking too many chances, people. Brazil has so far reported more than 3.1 million cases of the pestilence, and it's the second highest in the world after the United States. News of the contaminated chicken wings comes a day after the coronavirus was found on the packaging of shrimp imported from Ecuador. Dude, check your shrimp. Another Southern American country at a restaurant in Eastern and Hawaii province during a routine inspection. They need to quit importing food from Brazil, dude. I guess. Since July, there have been 7 instances where the virus was detected on the packaging of imported seafood on the packaging! That's why I wipe everything off. It gets delivered to me, I wipe the shit off. I've straight got still Lysol spray. I wipe everything off, dude. I don't give a shit what y'all think about it. Packages of imported seafood products across the country. From Shandong province on the eastern coast to the municipality of Chongqing in the west. I probably hacked that, how I said it. These incidences have sparked concern over the safety of imported foods. I'll say Chinese health authorities have repeatedly told the public to be cautious about buying imported meat and seafood. On their social media, some have called for the suspension of all frozen food imports, period. The WHO says it's highly unlikely that people can contract the pestilence from food or food packaging. My ass. I'll tell you what, the day you listen to them, you're getting some serious shit. You're going to get it. Getting everything. Both organizations point out that the coronavirus spreads mostly person to person through respiratory droplets. It's airborne, fuck you. That's all I got to say. I'm not even going to go any further on it. It goes on and on. You can read it. I'll link it. It's airborne at bizarrebus.com. Ancient genomes suggest woolly rhinos went extinct due to climate change, not overhunting. A woolly rhino, dude. First of all, you know how cute rhinos are when they're born, right? So freaking cute. And imagine if they're like woolly. That's like double extra cute. The extinction of prehistoric megafauna like the woolly mammoth, cave lion, and the woolly rhinoceros at the end of the last ice age has often been attributed to the spread of early humans across the globe. Although overhunting led to the demise of some species, a study appearing August 13th in the journal Current Biology found that the extinction of the woolly rhinoceros may have had a different cause: climate change. By sequencing ancient DNA from 14 of these mega herbivores, researchers found that the woolly rhinoceros population remained stable and diverse until only a few thousand years before it disappeared from Siberia, when temperatures likely rose too high for the cold-adapted species. Don't die. Come back. Come back. Dude, we need woolly rhinoceroses in our life. It was initially thought that humans appeared in northeastern Siberia 14 or 15,000 years ago, around when woolly rhinoceroses went extinct. But recently, there have been several discoveries of much older human occupation sites, the most famous of which is around 30,000 years old, says senior author Love Dalen, a professor of evolutionary genetics at the Center for Paleogenics a joint venture between Stockholm University and the Swedish Museum of Natural History. So, the decline towards the extinction of the woolly rhinoceros doesn't coincide so much with the first appearance of humans in the region. If anything, we actually see something looking a bit like an increase in population size during this period. To learn about the size and stability of the woolly rhinoceros population in Siberia, the researchers studied the DNA from tissue bone and hair samples of 14 individuals. We sequenced a complete nuclear genome to look back in time and estimate the population sizes, and we also sequenced 14 mitochondrial genomes to estimate the female effective population sizes, says co-first author Adana Lord, a PhD student at the Center for Paleogenetics. By looking at the heterozygosity, I could have hacked it, right? Or genetic diversity of these genomes, the researchers were able to estimate the woolly rhinoceros population for tens of thousands of years before their extinction. We examined changes in population size and estimated inbreeding, says Nicholas Dussex, another researcher from that same place. We found that after an increase in population size at the start of the cold period some 29,000 years ago, the woolly rhino population size remained constant, and that at this time inbreeding was low. This stability lasted until well after humans began. Did he mean 29 million years ago or 29,000 years ago? I don't know. The stability lasted until well after humans began living in Siberia. He couldn't have meant 30,000 years ago. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, right? So, contrasting the declines that would be expected if the woolly rhinos went extinct due to hunting. That's the interesting thing, says Lord. We actually don't see a decrease in population size after 29,000 years ago. The data we looked at only goes up to 18,500 years ago. So he must be right on the numbers. I don't know. It just doesn't sound right to me. Which is approximately 4,500 years before their extinction. So it implies that they declined sometime in that gap. Dude. The DNA also revealed genetic mutations that help the woolly rhinoceros adapt to colder weather. One of these mutations, a type of receptor in the skin for sensing warm and cold temperatures, has also been found in the woolly mammoths. Adaptations like this suggest that the woolly rhinos, which was particularly suited to the frigid northeast Siberian climate, may have declined due to the heat of a brief warming period known as the Bowling-Alarod interstadial that coincided with their extinction towards the end of the Ice Age. It can't be 30,000 years ago, dude. It's got to be a typo, right? The Ice Age? Dude. We're coming away from the idea of humans taking over everything as soon as they come into an environment, and instead alluding to the role of climate in megafaunal extinctions. Although we can't rule out human involvement, we suggest that the woolly rhino's extinction was more likely related to climate. Well, I don't know. This is on phys.org, which is usually like super good with their information. So I don't know why it just sounds funny to me. 30,000 years ago? You would think it would be like 30 million years ago? I don't know. Again, I'm not a scientist, so I guess I will have to leave it to them to think that they know what they're talking about. In any event, thanks for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. I won't be on tomorrow. I've got a family gig. But I will be back on Monday. So, having said that, everyone have a fantastic weekend. Tomorrow's Friday. You can do it. You got one more day, dude. You can do it. And I will talk to you on Monday. Everybody stay bizarre.
Yeah. Make sure you take a deep breath. Think positive. Just saying.
Dude. Penguins given free rein to roam around the aquarium since there's no visitors allowed. That's awesome! Dude, look! He's looking around! He's loving it! I got a new section on the headlines page at the bottom called Bad Seeds. Matt Gaetz of Florida, 1st Congressional District, mocked the whole process by wearing a gas mask when reviewing the funding. You're a super freaking winner, dude. An Alaska airman has been punished for peeing in the office coffee maker. Dude, why? Why? Did you take it in the bathroom with you? Did you stand in the kitchen and whip it out? Clearly, this airman is dedicated to getting kicked the F out. He's trying really hard, y'all.